YouTube, what is the YouTube link for someone asking me? YouTube live link.
So we are already live, guys. Good morning, everyone. Let me share this YouTube live link with our host. You can see on the chat.
Yeah.
Can you guys see us? Yes, we are live. We have already few audience. I can see 4 or 5 folks already joined. Good morning. My name is Ruchit. मेरा नाम रुचित गर्ग है. मैं यहाँ चंडीगढ़ से कनेक्टेड हूँ और आज मेरे साथ हैं चंद्रशेखर बिरादर. ये आज कुछ हटके बात करेंगे हम. This will be a little bit of different than what we have done in past few interviews. Chandrasekhar is in Egypt, correct? Egypt right now. And we will be talking about urban farming, food systems, and things like that. So good morning again, everyone, whoever has just joined. With me today, we have Chandrasekhar Biradar. Chandrasekhar, good to see you again.
Good morning, Ruchit, and everyone in the webinar joined. It's a pleasure to talk to you and salute to you all the things you're doing in favor of the farmers and consumers. Fantastic way the Harvest Networking started. So it is a pleasure to talk to you all.
Great. So चंद्रशेखर जी ये बताइए कि आप कहाँ हैं? मतलब मुझे अभी तक जो भी आए हैं हमारे प्रोग्राम में वो इंडिया में हैं और इंडिया में खेती कर रहे हैं. बट आप टिपिकल खेती नहीं कर रहे हो, आप इंडिया में नहीं हो. कौन हो आप? आप अपने बारे में बताइए कि आप कहाँ से आए हैं, आप जो कर रहे हैं वहां तक कैसे पहुंचे.
Okay, so I just give you the background of my multidisciplinary educations. So I did my master, the graduation in forestry and agriculture, then a master's in genetic engineering and plant breeding. Then I was shipped to the space research and the space applications in the biodiversity conservations, working across the India. Then I moved to my postdocs in working in the water, the conservations and food security, and working in the US for over 10 years or something like that. Then food systems and global food security become a quite priority. So I joined CGR, Consortium of Interest like it was a research. And we are working on how best we can increase the farmers' income and yield and sustainable intensifications. That is my professional side. How best the digital technology, remote sensing, that all the big data can help there. But on the personal side, I thought that it's just not growing over to the food, but growing the good food and vital food. That is key thing for the sustainability. And this is where when I moved to America, and if being a vegetarian family, so it's go to eat something, and a capsicum costed me $1, one capsicum. And simultaneously the meat is also $1 per pound. And that is really like, I thought, oh, how much is this? We must like as a family of the 5, if you go to market, I'm spending about nearly $200 to $300 per month, per week. Then I thought this is not the way to grow. This is my necessity that brought me to the gardening. And being a new to the garden and everything, although coming from the farming family, but doing a gardening in urban is completely different landscape. So this is where I started a small 8 by 8 feet garden, and then learning a lot across the different people, visiting the farmers, everything. That turned into such a wonderful garden that in 500 square feet, I produced enough to feed 5 families. I thought this is what the most people are supposed to do. Then he started this, what I called a biodiversity gardening network. And nearly over 1,000 people they benefited. They started the gardening, and they stay healthy and fit. And being we are eating a natural food and those things is a big benefit for us is we never visited the hospital in the last 15 years. So this is my quick why we started this gardening movement.
Great. So are you from India, Chandrasekhar? Talk about that.
I'm from India.
Take us back to your village. Kidhar se aaye hain aap?
A small village called
maybe this time.
Yeah, a small village called, very rural, remote village called Davalagi. I grown up in local the language and studies there in Canada. Then I went to this college, but basically this remote village in the Karnataka.
Great. And now you are in Egypt. you're a
I
scientist.
am now based in, it's called International Center for Agriculture Research in Dry Areas. Is one of the
Great.
CGR research centers. I'm based here in Egypt, Cairo.
Great. So, welcome everyone. The guys who have, folks who have just joined us. We have Chandrasekhar Biradar, the scientist who work on quite a number of subjects in and around agriculture. He has joined us a few minutes ago from Egypt, and he will be sharing us today about his experiences and how he started his gardening at his terrace, I guess. और मैं एक बात बताना चाहूंगा कि मैं चंद्रशेखर से मिला हूं कई बार. I think we met in Kenya, I guess, Chandrasekhar.
Yeah, that's right. In Kenya.
Yeah, and ये योगा भी करते, सुबह जाते हैं और करते हैं. Maybe that gave him an insight to start his garden. So maybe you can walk us through, Chandrasekhar, कि हम क्यों कर रहे हैं, वो जो आप कर रहे हैं वो क्यों important है. Like you are for me not only a scientist but you are urban farmer. You're growing some fruits and vegetables and flowers on your terrace. Tell us, why you are doing it. Maybe this time a little bit more in Hindi. और हम जो शहरों में रहते हैं वो कैसे आपकी तकनीक इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, क्या तकनीक है वो?
Yeah. So I think, are you seeing my slide now?
Yes, we can see your slide, and I can see the Twitter guys are also able to see it. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. What I can do is give just quick background on considering all the health issues, for example, in the COVID, and I start with that one, why the shift in the diets and diet pattern and demography and agri-food systems in general, with focused on a diversified farming system and better future. And everyone know about the COVID, I'm not going to talk about that one. After the COVID, the first advice coming from the World Health Organization is, it is about eating the nutrition food. There is fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and whole grains. Even though that is the one first advice, but always people focused on the mask and sanitizer. And that's eating right is the most important thing that's never covered on that one. Why is important food is? I start with that. So that health is a continuum of the clean air, water, vital food, and space, and mind and body. And you have to link to that one. The food become the center part of the health system. Not only health of the people and health of the planet, health of the living things around us. So that brings us for the farm diversity, that link to the crop diversity, that link to the diet diversity, that links to gut biome. If you have the more gut biome, you are more immune system. So it's basically entire web of the food systems linked to everything. But in the changing demographics, the people are moving from the rural area to the urban areas for the search of the job, like me. So coming out of that, we lost that what's called a traditional food systems and diversity. We end up in eating only few types of the food. That too also going in the conventional systems, the big pharma, then that lose a lot of the nutrition values that. So this is where the crossroads of the global challenges, and someone is eating the too much, someone is eating too less, and someone making too much profit, someone making the less profit, and it's completely they put the huge burden on the entire ecosystem. And when you look into the health as a continuum of the soil, plant, and humans, and this is where the family farm that connects the continuum, that the smallholder farmers across the globe. So that food is one of the things that links to every sustainable development goals, if you look very carefully. Yeah? And the current food system, you look at, and you can see the circle, that the dotted circle, anything the growing within that circle, it's called a sustainable. It's called a healthy boundary. But anything going outside, it is a unsustainable way. What is required now is a balanced agro-ecosystem. So you're growing number of crops, integrated
so
crops.
If I may come in, I want to sort of explain this a little bit in Hindi for
sure.
Folks.
Yeah, just you can raise hand, I can stop there.
No. तो जो चंद्रशेखर जी बोल रहे हैं कि, और हम सब जानते हैं कि हमारा जो स्वास्थ्य है वो हमारे खाने से, हम क्या खाते हैं, हमारा पर्यावरण, हम क्या पीते हैं, उससे बहुत ही जुड़ा हुआ है. ये अलग चीजें नहीं हैं. और कोरोना या कोई भी बीमारी हो, अगर हम अच्छा खाना खाते हैं तो उसका एक बहुत ही ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है हमारे शरीर पर. और खासकर हमने ये देखा है कि वो जब आप कोई पौधा या फूड और फल आप इमिग्रेट करके ले जाते हैं, मतलब अगर वो लोकल नहीं है तो उसकी जो न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू है वो कम हो जाती है। और तो फोकस इसमें आई थिंक जो चंद्रशेखर जी बता रहे हैं यहाँ पे, एंड चंद्रशेखर जी करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम wrong, I'm trying my best to explain it in Hindi, कि we have to focus on growing local food which are full of nutrition, because if you have it, then only you can have a healthy, healthy body and healthy society.
Yeah. So what I'm saying that, so that what you explained is the very well, and in order to do that, so we have so much of the planet filled with so much diversity, but we lost most of the diversity. And look at that, out of the 6,000 the edible crops, only 100 crops is what you call a cultivated significantly. Out of that, only 3 crops have dominated the food systems, and this is, we need to reverse that change. Just look at the Uttarakhand and just pulse this. They nearly more than 50 types of rajmas they grow. So this is where you need to connect that the people they grow that kind of rajma to the what's called urban elites, so that they can get benefits. So this is what you required in terms of that. And also the dimming diversity. In the past, we used to go so much types of bengan, so much types of the tomatoes. Now we come back to the only few things. When you go to a supermarket, you get 1 or 2. But if you can buy from directly farmers, you get that all that flavors. This is what we need to go back. Not only that food, but changing diet pattern, the impact on the amount of the water you use. So this is, we have to move towards the plant-based diet and what farmers can grow. Why it's important is that your gut biome is play important role. You have to eat very diverse food system so that can feed into your living system, and that the health of the soil. This is like what the farmers, the small farmers, they can maintain that what you call the living soil that has directly linked to the food you grow, right? So the family farms, they produce still at 80% of the world food in the world. And this is where come the smallholder farmers. Often problems, as Ruthis in the beginning, he explained that, and he always talked that this one of the farming community, the farmers are the ones suffered in the entire what's called a value chain. And often he spends so much time on growing the food, but there is no proper market that reaches to the consumers directly, where he lose most of the profit and the income margin. So this is where it comes that how best you can intensify that system. And this is also what required. So ek saal matlab acha baris hoti hai, then the other side is matlab pura there is less water. How best you can help preserve the changing the crop farming system and soil. This is what I called as the family smart agriculture. So, and we can produce farmers smart enough to produce the good systems, but there is no market of one. And also that comes to the urban landscape, the vitality is food. Often the people they harvest the much before, and they bring it to the supermarket, then stay in the shelf, and the long duration of the transport, you lose a lot of the nutritional value. So that harvesting directly from farms to reach the people, that is the one of the things. So why I'm telling that? So just look at this the food chain and loss of the nutrition. From the home gardens, you can just go and your backyard and your kitchen garden, pick up the sabji, jo bhi hai, then immediately after the kha sakte hai, the salad. So you hardly lose any nutrition. Then you can buy from the local, like a local farmer or sabji mandi or weekly market. So there, still you can have the same day harvested the produce. You not lose that much. But as long as that the harvesting to reaching to your plate is keep on increasing the time, and you are losing the nutritional value. So this is where the huge impact is going to place. And how best you can fix this? That's number of way to do that. And the other things is like the connect with the nature and be responsible citizen of the earth. So always I tell that the best investment parents can do for their children is that taking them to the nature. So that the joy of growing and eating and caring, it's all there in the urban landscape. Of course, the farmers has been doing all the times. This is here I'm giving the example of my daughter just picking up like 7 types of the rainbow carrots. So he's eating in the garden. And often the people tell that like
so Chandrasekhar,
where we have the space to grow. Yes, please.
Can we go to the previous slide?
Which one? This one?
There's some delay.
So I think the video is frozen or. Sorry, so it looks like something screen sharing stopped. Sorry for that.
Can you hear me?
Can you see now?
I think there was some internet trouble on my end. I can see
Okay.
you. There is some. Yeah, your slides are gone now.
So I share now. You can see.
It's coming. Sorry, guys, we have some internet trouble today. We'll have to find some sort of a power backup here at my place.
So how about you? Can you see my screen now?
No, it seems to be trying to come on this side, but it hasn't appeared yet.
Okay,
yeah, now I can see. So let's go back to the slide, where we were talking about local to, we're eating from the Globe Garden to the supermarket to things like that.
Yeah, can you see this slide?
It's gone back.
I see this, the slide share is active. So can you see the slide?
It is coming through. Can you unshare and share again, please? Sorry. Yeah, now I can see it. Can you hear me fine?
This is the slide. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so sorry guys, we had some internet troubles, but I hope you guys can see us, hear us. तो हम यहाँ क्या मतलब हमारे साथ हैं चंद्रशेखर बिरादर, जो इजिप्ट से इन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है हमें, और ये साइंटिस्ट हैं, इन्होंने कई देशों में काम किया है और कई क्षेत्र में काम किया है। और जो हम स्लाइड देख रहे हैं वहाँ चंद्रशेखर जी ने हमें बताया कि हम कैसे, अगर जो फूड है हमारा, जो फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स जो भी हम उगा रहे हैं, अगर ये इस देख रहे हैं उसमें हम, अगर हम गार्डन से, अपने लोकल खेत से, अपने यार्ड से, बाहर से कुछ उगा सकते हैं तो उसमें कितना लॉस है, और जो कि बहुत ही मिनिमल है। और इफ यू गो डाउन, जैसे जैसे हम नीचे आते जाते हैं, जैसे जैसे दूरी बढ़ती जाती है खेत और आपके बीच में, वैसे वैसे उसका जो न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू है वो कम होता जाता है, वैसे वैसे पर्यावरण पे उसका जो असर है वो बढ़ता जाता है। तो दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्लाइड। चलिए आगे चलते हैं चंद्रशेखर जी। मीनवाइल इफ यू गाइस हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस प्लीज फील फ्री टू आस्क ऑन फेसबुक and Twitter. I can see the stream here. तो हम उसको क्वेश्चंस को बाद में लेंगे as Chandrasekhar finishes his presentation. You are mute, Chandrasekhar. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, so I usually forget sometimes unmuting that one. So the joy of growing and eating is the basis of the healthy living. That's what I always give that my statement, so that how the food is going to change. And when I tell this one to the urban dwellers, of course, the most of people love to grow, and often they don't know how to grow them. And also the questions comes where I find a space to do the gardening in the living in the cities. So that I focus now is more on the urban landscape. That's where the most elites look for the healthy food systems. And you can grow the food in everywhere, in the even small, starting in the walls, windows, balcony, terraces, rooftop, front yard, back yard, tabletop. Even I give the model to how to grow even your on the bookshelf as well. And look at the city. The most of cities, like what garden city of the Bangalore, they call a garden city of the Bangalore. But look into the rooftops. The most of them are empty. 90% of the rooftops in the world is nothing is growing, unutilized, and sometimes there's become the junkyard. and just they throw the like a satellite dishes or something like the dumping sites. And even I came to this house, and it is like also like a same thing. We turned that into like a wonderful production garden. And often people that I don't know what the green thumb, I don't know what to grow that one. I also designed a different way to grow them. You can mix up all the seeds together and throw it to your the pot of the soil, and the nature decides which one is grow well for your conditions, your soil type, your climate. So this is where the quickest way to start that gardening. And also like when harvesting and eating the quick immediately, like this is what the kids go in the morning and pick up their favorite salad. You can eat them, and eating the vital food and grow them is organically, biodynamically, and using a room composting that has so much of the nutrition. Like eating like the 1 carrot is equal to eating 10 carrots from the what you buy from the supermarket. That has so much of the nutrition. And I have in the home garden, I have grown more than 230 types of the vegetable, fruits,
Wow.
flowers, and herbs. So
This
that
is all
has
from
so
your
much of
garden.
the
ये
value.
सारा आप अपने garden
All
में
the
लगा
pictures
रहे
I'm showing, that one is from my garden. I have grown more than 63 types of tomatoes. You won't believe that. If you go to market, you hardly eat 1 or 2 types of tomatoes, or at the most one cherry tomatoes.
Chandrasekhar, how big is your garden?
Pardon me?
This looks huge. I mean,
Now I'm coming back to that one. So
हाँ.
let's give you the what I'm growing, and just to give you the idea what else you can grow, how to grow. I'll show that how I started my gardening.
I think this should have
the
been
new
your
thing.
introduction slide. A scientist who grows 237 types on your roof.
Yeah. So, so this is all of my pictures I grown from there, and things that one. And often also in the cities, people that have a lot of the pest and disease and like that. I'm telling that when if the soil is good, that solve most of the problems. And you have the attract the benefits in insect, because we're not spraying any chemicals, anything. And you will invite a lot of this the bird feeder and everything. So that become your the friendly, what's called the keeper of your garden. So this is how you can control the pest and diseases. Also, another thing that the most of the about when you cook something is about the kitchen produces nearly on average about 30 to 40% of the organic the waste. You can turn that into the different way of the composting. The simplest way of the pipe composting to the pit composting, you do that, and that is become a source of the nutrition for your plant. So basically, you are recycling the everything to back to the soil, and that reduces the land filling and what's the going to the garbage and rivers in the cities that pollute, and that's you can reduce so much of that. And I have a lot of the examples to you how the advantage that one, even like a controlling the house fire to mosquitoes using composting. And then you can do this way, then basically you're recycling everything there. Even you can put the pipe compost, and you can put some the burlap on around that. You can grow tomato plant on that. When you cannot see that, that's something the compost pit is there in the garden. So that's also a nice way to do it. And another thing is that sometimes the people come back to me that I have a very small balcony, they're not enough space. And this is where I started this called multi-layer garden. That's the basis of the biodiversity garden. And this is one example I'm giving here is like a layer farming. And this is not new to the rural farming. Even go back to our ancient system, this is how our farming system was there. We have the tall trees and the wind belt, the shelter belts around the farm, and the foot trees around the bunds. Then you have the different layers of the farm. They're going together like a mulch, the green mulch as the soil cover, and underground vegetables and creepers and fruit-bearing vegetable like that. Here, what I'm showing you the simple example here. This most common vegetable taking like the drumstick, moringa, and then the cucumbers and tomatoes, eggplant like that. So you can grow something under the like this kind of a 30 to 60 centimeter soil pot, and this one pot you can fit in a garden. So they can grow so much up there. You can say herbs you can grow, and you can sweet potato that's become harvest needs. So much things you can grow. So this is what we call a multi-layer farming. And also that during this COVID time, that so much of the people took interest. Over thousands of people asking me, and then I designed this one like a small, what's called a 8 square feet box garden. That's just for like a small balcony or rooftop or like a kitchen side. You can put this one like within the 20-30 days. I'm growing up with the 15 types of vegetable in 8 square feet. You can look at all the names there. The amaranth, arugula, parsley, basil, all that, the salad vegetable greens to the tomatoes and the food bearing. So within a month time, so you started harvesting so much. And then look at this one, how much the vegetables are growing, and everything is edible here. And every leaf you can harvest and you can make a salad and eat. And this is about the 45 days of the garden, 3 boxes. that's enough to feed the most of the your daily
तो
salad
मैं
meals
एक
and something
प्रैक्टिकल
like that.
एग्जांपल लेना चाहता हूँ चंद्रशेखर इस समय कि you have been growing hundreds of different varieties of fruits and vegetables and salads on your roof, but
Yeah.
मान लीजिए मेरे पास एक छत है, 10 बाय 10 की जगह मैं खाली रख सकता हूँ और अगर मुझे करना है तो मैं क्या करूं, कहाँ से स्टार्ट करूंगा, कितने खर्चे आएगा, कैसे करना है मेरे को? हिंदी में ट्राई करेंगे बात करने
This is the one example is address this what I called the 8 square feet garden, and in EGP I just customized with the local the carpenter, and he bought it for about you say 100 EGP means over 400 to 500 rupees. You can make this box. You can use wood or something like that, and you can buy this the soil and some organic vermicompost, something like that to kickstart. If you not have the ready-made compost available in the immediate beginning, then basically it's about all together with seeds and all things and drip irrigation kit, everything. 1,000 rupees or something like that. You can start one box like this. So this is basically like the 1.25 meters long and 70 centimeter width and about 40 centimeter height. So I think this is what I designed that one, because multi-layer farming, they require different depth of the layers to grow. So this is just some like a balcony, you have usually the big balcony, and the balcony 2 corner, you can sit 2 boxes and that you can grow. So it's not much big investment. Often you can start with your kitchen, whatever available in the kitchen, you can use them to grow, like a coriander seeds or methi rehte, matlab fenugreek, and chili ka matlab the seeds rehte. Just you can throw them there. They start growing like that, even spinach like that. So grow. So this investment is not a big. They start that. And I'll go back to the also irrigation systems. Like many people tell me that, oh, I'm working and my wife and myself is working, but who cares about that when I also travel different places and week long I am not available. And I designed so much of the available in the market. You can go buy this called the self-watering systems and drip irrigation system timer. So you can start with ancient technology with the modern touch is available, and you can design your own so that I have the group. Then people ask these things, questions, we all address there, and you can build your own simple irrigation systems, and they can automatically irrigate it.
ये यहाँ पे थोड़ा रुकते हैं चंद्रशेखर, बिकॉज आप बहुत तेजी से जा रहे हैं, बट ये जो स्लाइड है आपकी, ये कुछ ऐसा लग रहा है कि हमने पाइप डाल दिया है घड़े के अंदर और घड़े से घड़ा जो है वो सॉइल के अंदर है, उससे पानी रिस के बाहर आ रहा है.
Yeah. So what happens is basically, if you know that in summer में ना, so the घड़े में पानी भर के रखे तो मतलब ठंडा होता है ना, because of this is what the pot is percolating, and usually this mitti रहता है ना, so that's basically the waters that are like in osmosis they are percolating.
Correct.
And when it touch the soils with the outer layer of the घड़े अंदर मतलब soil के अंदर भरा के रखते हैं, and the soil is seep into the soil, and amount of the water absorbed by the plant, इसके हिसाब से it release that amount of the water, so that you are not over irrigating or not under irrigating.
This is very interesting. This is fascinating actually. But how do you know कि पानी कब खोलना है उधर, वो जो टैप लगा है?
Okay, so this is what happens is, because of you are completely sealed this the portion here,
right?
And you're putting basically in the toilet.
So it automatically, because of the pressure.
Yeah, so that basically the gravitational force, it will go the gravitational force, and but this tanki है ना, so that हमको हमेशा भर के रखना पड़ता है. इसके लिए what I fixed is a float valve, right? Okay. जब भी तो पानी नीचे जाएगा, then the float valve नीचे जाएगा, then पानी भरता रहेगा. Basically तो आपके वो sink में रहता है ना, वो flush में वही रहता है. So this is available in the market easily. You can build these things. So it's the simplest way. And the drip irrigation pipe डाल के, then you can use the seal this pot. You can pipe the locally, or ask someone like वो मिट्टी बना मतलब मिट्टी का खून लोगों के लिए बता दीजिए, वो बना के दे देंगे. So then you can just use any kind of the pots. As like the regular मतलब what's का मडकी भी use कर सकते हैं उसके हिसाब से. Then you can block them. So there's so many ways to do it. And also this you can, if you have a bit bigger the farm, or like you are going with a bit commercial way, And you also use this kind of what you call a water sense auto irrigation timer. So it's linked to the your rainfall, your soil, weather, everything. And so dry होते ही then automatically वो tap open होता है, then irrigate, and you can fixing the time that okay 15 minutes or 20 minutes के लिए जाना है, so just to get that. So this is how I designed in my US garden, so that everything is automatic, so that I'm not worried about. Even I go for a month-long visit, I come back, and garden is full of the fruits without any issue.
This seems like full of things here. Like, is there a write-up you have हिंदी में इंग्लिश में कुछ लिखा हुआ है जो हम शेयर कर सकते हैं ऑडियंस के साथ, क्योंकि ये बहुत सारी चीजें हैं और हम बहुत तेजी से जा रहे हैं. I learned about the planting techniques and multi-layer techniques and irrigation here and lot of things. So it's very exciting, but is there a way somebody can go to your website or somewhere where they can download it or read it at their own pace?
Okay, I think that is the very good question. So I'm rushing a bit fast because of it's 1 hour, right? The entire session is.
Yes. Typically we do.
So I'm trying to, what I'm doing is I'm giving the exposure to the whatever the different technology available.
Right.
Then they can contact you or me, or then also have the called a biodiversity gardening network, the group. So it's a WhatsApp and a Telegram group. And because WhatsApp is limited number of people, we already crossed that limit. Then I shifted to the Telegram so that 200,000 people can join. And
so
I
tell us more about that Telegram thing. How does somebody join that? Is there a handle there you can?
Yeah, I'm going to share the handle with you can spread to your network, and the people can join. Basically, because of the most of the newbies, the new farmer, young farmers, and they wanted to start this kind of a biodiversity farming, they ask for all these questions. And what I do is usually because of in the weekend, after office hours, I address those questions in the group. And so many people joined, the doctor, retired people, the space scientist, and nutritionists, so much a group in the diversified group in the gardening network group. So they address all these questions there. So I'm sure that I'm going a bit quite faster in order to cover all the things. What I'm doing is I'm giving the exposure to the different options. We can go details in the later.
Great. So let's continue. Before we continue, if you guys have any questions listening to Mr. or Dr. Chandrasekhar Biradar की खेती कैसे करनी है अपने छतों पे, मल्टी लेवल फार्मिंग, इन्होंने 200 से ज्यादा वैरायटी के फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स अपनी छतों पे लगाया है एक साथ. तो हम उनसे ये समझ रहे हैं, और अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप वो पूछ सकते हैं ट्विटर और फेसबुक टाइमलाइन पर. Let's continue, Doctor.
Yeah. So thank you, Ruchit. Thanks for stopping in between to highlight me that I'm going fast, so that I go slow. And also the other thing is like in the rural, because of most of the I'm coming from the rural area, I see in my village that a lot of this the drainage water of the bath and the wash they comes to the stay in the street. And now the government initiated the Swachh Bharat, they're building the toilets. And what I designed that one like you can around the sink pit you can grow so much of the vegetables in the villages, so that it like reduced all the what's called garbage water and going to the drainage, then end up in the rivers, and that's also helping. But we also grow the very healthy food out of that. And this is my journey. Started with when the America, so I bought the house. Then I wanted to grow myself. Then I did. That time there is no YouTube, so much of the YouTube, nothing was there that time, and there is no online system. And I think that's only I met with a few farmers. There's so much helping community. They told me how to do the gardening. They started that my first 8 by 8 feet garden with the garden community there in Oklahoma. There's very wonderful the garden group of farmers and local growers. That really helped me to build that like my initial how to grow the things. I started my 8 by 8 feet. Within the season, if you look at the same 8 by 8 feet, they're growing so much of the food. I wonder, it's just 8 by 8 feet that can produce so outstanding, the beat all the conventional system, the multi-layer farming. We are growing something in the underground and the ground level, surface level, and the middle level, in the top level. So that grows so much of the things. Then I expanded that into a little bit bigger, like a 500 square feet. And that enough to feed about 10 families, enough to give the friends and the families. And that turned into such a high production system. Yes, please.
So, if I understood properly, 8 by 8 ke khet se you are feeding 10 people or 10 families.
No, 8 by 8 feet are enough for a family.
One family.
Yeah. Then I expanded that into like a the 500 square feet few raised bed, the garden. This is the one center. You can see this the 15 by the 3 feet the 5 raised bed, and that was enough to feed like 10 families. So that's so much of the producing the multi-layer. I show some pictures here that give the clear idea here. So here you can look at the same one raised bed. What I'm talking about is like a 15 by 3 the square feet raised bed. Look in this one. Already there's potato growing underground. Then the cucumber, those things are the rising on this one, sweet potatoes, tomatoes. And then also like that's become like a big, the network of the species together, assemblies. And because we have interaction happening with the different plants, it attracts a lot of the beneficial insects. So there's absolutely, there is no pest and diseases. Of course, some insects come and eat little bit. That's how the nature works. And this also provided me the ample opportunity to do the experiments in my backyard. I tested different soils. Yes, please.
So I have a related question here. Somebody is asking, I have just started vegetables growing on the terrace. What precautions should I have? I'm just presenting because you talked about pesticides and insects and things like that. And this particular guy, he has put some chili, tomato, bottle guard, and they're a little bit small right now.
Yeah.
So what precaution? So his question is, he has just started farming on his terrace. He has bottle guard, chili and tomato. What precautions he needs to take?
The precautions is best thing is like the water less, because if I see the beginners, they are so low for their garden. They keep watering every day. They kill the most of the common problem is excess watering and too much care, too much love. So that's kill the plants. So you can avoid that much and just to make sure that the soil is a bit dry in the last 1 centimeter something, then only water. And there is always the common, if the soil is good and good compost is there, good the soil mixture is there, that address most of the issues. Make sure they have the good drainage holes and enough sunlight and air passing through the plants. I think that is a good start. And some 1 or 2 some insect comes and goes, that's okay. So that they shouldn't worry about it.
I have one question from myself. कि अगर मैं अपने छत पे लगाता हूँ तो छत को कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आने वाली है, उसमें लीकेज होने वाला है, टूटने वाली है, like
okay, so I think this is the most common in especially the old houses. Then they're not built for the something to put on that. And because you look at your chat, how strong it is, and often the most of the concrete, the surfaces they built on the concrete, then basically absolutely there is no problem. But you cannot put into the huge container something like that. But just looking into your engineers and the constructor, ask them that is that what is the weight bearing capacity of the roof. Because most of the roofs that bear the few pots and something, there's no issue at all. But better to check with them if you're going for the big, like they call people, they wanted to go mango, lychee on their rooftop. They wanted to pick the big containers. I think in that times they have to ask for the weight bearing capacity. So see that they can, how much the pots they can put on the top. But if you're doing the small pots, like a 20 inches pots or something like that, that should be okay.
Okay, great. Let's continue.
So this is what I'm telling that the multi-layer gardens, that's the heaven for the bees, bird, butterfly. That's the part of the nature farming, and that takes address everything and also provide the good habitat. Here I'm giving the example from the rooftop garden here in the desert city, and my wife is harvesting this wax beans, those things. So much of they're coming there, and basically the driver choice of the food with great flavor, taste, and nutrition. It's possible only if you're eating local, growing there, and harvesting that kind of the things. So
I really
I'm
love
going to end up yeah. So the design I started the addressing the so many the network people ask that they have small face, they have no space, they have balcony, they now balcony. There's some balcony, they have the direct sunlight, some balcony they not have direct sunlight, but we have so much of a richness of the plant diversity. They grow some vegetable, they grow in the shady area, some they grow in the direct sunlight. So you can choose based on the conditions you are the growing space. So that's where there's a lot of way to grow, because if you go to the forest, and the forest is like a thick forest, sometimes sunlight is not coming, but the entire floor is full of the vegetable growing, and different layers of the vegetables is growing, the vegetation is growing. So I'm basically adopting what in natural forest, you go into the Amazon forest, and the 6 to 7 layers of the diversity grow, so much of diversity without any diseases and pests, no one is tilling everything. I call kind of no-till garden, so that I'm not want to invest too much on my effort in doing kind of a Fukuoka natural farming, what it says. And I left the life in the soil, like earthworms and living things in the soil. Let they do the take over the gardeners of me. There's the friends of gardens.
That sounds very tempting for us lazy urban dwellers here. Let's take one more question here. Somebody is asking, can food waste from household be converted into fertilizers? Is there a process to make homemade compost? Or if you need it at all, I don't know. It seems like, seed ko laga ke bhul jane ka hai.
Yeah, so what I'm telling that in order to do that one, do nothing or effortless gardening, and the soil is one of the most important. Choosing the right pot, the bigger the pot is better. Often people see that they're picking small, like spread everywhere. That became a big issue of the drying of the pot immediately, and watering become too much issue there. Then they're wasting so much water because of the potting small water. The water spill over. They waste a lot of the water. My design would be start with a big pot and a good soil compost, like one part of the soil and peat moss or cocoa peat and one part of the compost. So that you start with. But you not have your own the compost they started it. What you can do is there is in YouTube this type or the home composting. There is over thousands of videos available. You can look at that how to do the composting. So easy to do it. Just you can put the dry and wet layers of your leaves and soil and the vegetable scrap.
तो YouTube पर जाएंगे और सर्च करेंगे होम कंपोस्टिंग और बहुत सारे हमको रिजल्ट मिलेंगे कि कैसे कंपोस्टिंग कर सकते हैं. मुझे याद है बचपन में हम चाय बनाते थे और जो चाय पत्ती को पानी से निकाल के उसमें स्वीटनेस खत्म होके आई पुट दैट इन द रोज प्लांट, समथिंग लाइक दैट, राइट?
लाइक दैट. एंड आप जब छाछ पीते रहते देन छाछ बच गया, वो खराब हो गया, ज्यादा मतलब खट्टा हो गया, देन उसको भी मतलब और रख दीजिए और एक हफ्ता भर के, then you can use them as a pesticide and the soil amendment. So like so many way you can do it. Of course, there's available in our garden network. We discuss all these things about on the weekend about this one, and I also go live for the network and talk about that. So there's so many ways. So what is required? Will to grow. If you have willingness to grow, there is a solution is there for everything.
So willing से एक छोटा सा सवाल लेते हैं इसमें और maybe we will try to recap and sort of go towards the end now कि willingness is attached to कितना time required, ठीक है? तो अभी जैसे आपने ये लगाया है 200 तरह की वेजिटेबल, कितना समय लगाते हैं आप रोज सुबह अपनी छत के ऊपर जो आपकी खेत है?
No, hardly. So basically like I adopted what is called a self irrigation systems. And then we are going to multi-layer farming. So just you can seed uga dete and chhod dete. Then what I can do is like I left 1 or 2 plants to go to seeding, and the seeds then chop all the dried vegetable there back into the like kind of a mulching, and the seed gives other, then no seed went to germinate. Basically they become a self-starter. They're called volunteers in the garden. So they start growing like a lettuce and all those palak, lettuce and amaranth. I basically has planted one time. They keep on coming every year in the right time, twice a year in the spring and the fall. So this way, you can do. What is important here is like cover the soil as much as you have the dry matter and the mulch, and irrigate very conservatively. And I think that is the way to start. But multi-layer farming is why I'm asking is a multi-layer garden. If you plant 4 to 5 types, something is died, at least something is growing, so that you have always something is there to harvest.
Great. So I want to take a slight little different, tangential comment here about the consumer. Like what I have realized that people are now expecting fruits to be, shiny like a pearl or a diamond, like no dent, no spot thing. Versus back in the days, if you go to the farm, we know the fruit which have been poked by the bird is the best one, right? So
yes,
maybe you can comment a little bit on that, you as a scientist who has been growing all these wonderful stuff, because I think that there's a need of education here on the consumer side as well, कि अगर किसान सीधे लेके आ रहा है, it's not a factory driven thing. You would not get, perfect sphere of anything, be it avocado, be it pineapple. There will be some deformities, but that doesn't mean that product is bad.
Yeah, I think that is the fantastic questions you asked. I think that most people have that one as well. Our intention of what's called in the market economy, and always we look for something looks always good. That's how the supermarket look for uniformity in that. So informity kab aata, then because of basing only like a kind of you are growing intensively, and then they throw away nearly 40 to 50% of the deformed food they throw away, and then the wastage happens. But we are doing this natural farming, the nature, so that is all kinds of the fruits. Bengal एक plant में छोटा रहेगा, बड़ा रहेगा. How does, as you said, indicated, if the particular the fruits or vegetable eaten by the insect means that is edible to insect means edible to us, right? That is the start. So when farmers bring this kind of awareness is required, especially in urban elites, they never look for the everything same looking, means that there's no diversity in the nutrition there. So you have to look for all kinds of things. The deformity thoda sa rahega, then usko kaat ke feng do. But that's it. Because of the insect eating, matlab that's edible for you. When insect is not eating,
and then organic also always means that there is a chances of some insect there, because pesticide
nature, right? When you are growing in nature, is all about the caring and sharing. How can that only meant for the human beings? No, not necessarily, because it's let the some insects can eat it. That's okay. That's the way to do it. How the nature works. And this is why they attract a lot of the beneficial insects. And that's how the coexistence of the nature. That's what I'm telling you. Do nothing is some insect aega, butterfly aega, caterpillar aega, let them enjoy, and they little share. And this is also like if you go into the quantum, the physics very deep into that, is connected. You want to eat little bit, the energy transferred to you in another way. It is where you build your gut biome in terms of the, for example, एक कीड़ा थोड़ा सा पत्ती खा ले तो the plants responds to the insect, and the insect stop eating that. In the process, that one what increases the nutritional value. It's called what you call the alkaloids and flavonoids increase in that kind of the vegetations, so that you have more nutrition there. Thoda sa as you said that if the tota thoda sa the fruit kha liya to, then that's really more nutritious food actually, especially. The same thing applies to everything. That's what we need to have, this kind of biodynamic gardening. That addresses the source of nutrition.
So, I mean, we are towards the end of our segment. Do you think it would be possible for you to take us out on your garden, or you are on a fixed computer?
Let me try that one.
Let's try, guys. Sorry, I didn't ask him to. So let's see if we
can log into my, while I'm speaking this one, I'm giving this one like now we are moving from everyone is the mobile and era, and we are moving towards what's called a data-driven programmable era, then the cognitive science. What is most required? The conscious systems of era. This means how we eat, how we grow, how we dispose. I think that is where leads to farm focus, back to the future. And this is where when you build resilient systems, you think about optimizing the resource use efficiency in the different levels, and how best you can turn that what I'm growing here in the experiment, I transfer to the landscape, the farmers. A lot of youth comes to ask me that how to start. So many ideas they given to that one. So many youth started the farming their own in the farm wheel. And here example, what you asked me earlier, that if the insect is there and the spoil that one, you know about the BT cartoon story, all that BT Patni, BT Brinjal, something like that. Here we did small experiment there in my own farm back in India. And the cotton they're growing there, so that you can go number of the vegetables in that 6 to 7 vegetables they can harvest every monthly basis. So that the farmers harvesting the organic vegetable almost like every month. It's kind of a monthly income for the salary person to him. And the same infrastructure, same drip irrigation systems, same fertilizer, but the cotton requires at least the 6 months to cover the entire canopy cover by the time you already harvested the 6 crops. So that the intermediate income you get it because of they are growing the symbiotic relations, and that's because they become a pest, they repellent to a lot of insect and pests, so that you're not spraying any chemical. So that your input cost reduced, your chemical reduced, you're growing organic, you're harvesting monthly. I think this is what I call a compound productivity. That's how our there used to be the ancient system, food systems is always look for the integrated system, compounding with animals, plants, trees. I think we need to go back to that one. And the other thing is the COVID taught us a lot of the lessons across the globe. And even the friends in US and Europe, they wanted to go a garden, and there's garden supply is not available, because that shows that amount of the people switch to the growing their themselves. And at the moment, we are consuming less than 10% of the vegetable and fruits in our plate. And it is estimated by the Lancet that you require at least 50% of our the plate should have constitute fruits and vegetables. My presumptions, I predicted that at least by 2030, at least 30% of the world population shift to at least 30% of vegetable fruits in their daily diets. By 50, that should be 50% reach that. If you reach this one, I'm sure that there's no question of the sustainability, there's no question of the climate change. It fixes everything. With that, I can say, grow more, eat local, eat seasonal. I think I don't talk about that very depth. We can talk on that, but what I'm basically asking that you can eat locally and the same day harvest as much as possible through the whatever the technology you're using now, like Ruchit is bought as a farmer's harvest. Thanks for Ruchit, that's very impressive one, by the way. And you can do that way. This is what I call it, the production follows functions. Let's leverage the technology and local intelligence and the resources to build a functional agri-system that is good for the planet, good for people, and good for a sustainable future. So I think with this I can close this one. Then we can let me log into your link in.
ठीक है. So while you are logging into it, I just to sort of recap here.
Sure, you can go and wrap up. Yeah.
Right. So I have requested Chandrasekhar ji to show his awesome multi-tier, multi-layer terrace terrace garden, जहाँ पे हम खुद देखेंगे कि उन्होंने क्या उगाया हुआ है. So अभी Chandrasekhar ji, he's going to connect from his phone and disconnect from the laptop. Let's see. We'll give it.
So I'm connecting. I'm connecting now.
Let me check. Yeah, you are connected from two places. You may want to disconnect from the laptop.
Okay, let me disconnect from the laptop and stop sharing. And
places, you may want to disconnect from the laptop.
Okay, let me disconnect from the laptop. So I just leaving the meeting assigned and assigning you to the. So I just leave you. Okay. So I assigned the host to the you now. So I'm moving outside the garden.
Great.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you. चलिए अब हम चल रहे हैं.
Okay, let's see some. It's a peak summer, and most of the vegetables. What I'm showing here. Let me turn my camera back other side.
So you are in Cairo, right?
Okay.
I think we have some slight internet issues. Chandrasekhar is going out to his terrace to show his very impressive terrace garden, and we have some
what is called square feet garden and the small garden. We harvested already so much of the vegetables out of this one.
Your video is
peak
not
summer
coming.
Here in Cairo. It's almost
like your video is not coming through. Maybe you can. आप फिर से कनेक्ट करिए. आपका वीडियो नहीं आ रहा है.
Okay, let me do it again.
Yes.
So how about now? It's coming.
Let's see. It's trying to come. You have a little weak connection there. Looks like.
Let me connect with my mobile.
Right.
So how about now?
Let's try again. अभी नहीं आया.
Stop again. Let's stop again. How about now?
No.
Let me rejoin.
Okay, all right. तो हम यहाँ कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि चंद्रशेखर जी हमें अपने टेरेस गार्डन को दिखाएं, जहाँ पे उन्होंने 237 प्रकार की फल और सब्जियां लगाई हुई हैं अलग अलग समय पर. कैसे एक छोटी सी जगह पे वो 10 फैमिलियों के लिए सब्जियां उगा पाते हैं, ये हमने देखा. बहुत ही यूनिक तरीके से देखा कि वो कैसे इरिगेशन करते हैं. और आई हैव रिक्वेस्टेड, I can see you now. Yes, sir.
So you can see that. Let me turn my camera. So how about I can see now?
Yes, we can see. Yeah, some brown fence and some green thing.
There's a green thing is my garden.
Yes. Yes. So what is the green thing? What vegetable?
So this is what I'm showing in my slide during this COVID time. The people asking me, they are not small, big space. They want to. I designed this one for the home gardeners in the small space and balcony. And we already harvested about 15 types of vegetable growing here. We harvest all the ground vegetable. Now you see all the sweet potato, they're hanging around, and this Karela, all the things, and the Giloi, and all
Oh,
the
you have
different types
Giloi.
of there's Giloi and this kind of this
Oh, wow.
Karela. This they're growing this one, and this cherry tomatoes they're growing, and there's bindi and this portulaca and the basils. There's a lot of things is growing like this. So this in this small square feet garden, so you can grow so much of the vegetables and chilies they're growing and different types of. This is one of the wonderful vegetable. They can have the ground cover. They cover things you can grow. I'll just give the like my rooftop heaven here. So there's a lot of things is growing, and I'll show this kids garden. They started. These are the birds. The nest I put it so that they grow like a multi-layer garden. Like they look at this one, the drumstick growing here. Then there is a chili. They're growing here. Then passion fruits is growing here. So like that, you can grow so much of the vegetables and the different things are feeding this bird seeds here. They're eating, and then like a what you call a gungura plants is going. Then beans is growing here, and I go some other things we started during this COVID time. Kids they not have the school and doing homeschooling and the online schooling. They started a small garden that's become so productive. We harvested that one. Let me be this one, the small one. We started next to the kitchen. Can you see that one?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So here I just to give the example here. It's not a old one. It's about a couple of months one. So this is like this one is started just like 3 weeks ago. And drumstick they are growing. It's become the multi-layer. It's going to multi-layer garden, and some of the watermelons and the pinda they grow here, and see
That was
chilies.
fantastic.
And this is what happens. So like the who harvested the spinach, I left things to the go for seeding. I just thread them back into the pot. And in the September, they become like a wonderful spinach throughout the winter. And then they also the same pot, you're growing the chilies. We harvest so much. And you can see all this bengan. See how much bengan is they're growing in this one, the small pot, and multi-layer garden, what we call it. So you can grow this way, you know. And this is also the beautiful. When you look into this one, that's vegetable, but they become such a wonderful. They're passionate looking. You can just pick up bunch of this one, make a dal. That is most vital food you can look at. This is a different kind of bangans and growing and curry pattas. So like that, you can grow basically lemongrass. Like in this small pot, you started this one, kids. You can so much. There's also the composting. You can do this. All the composting happens. The leach out.
That is
So
fantastic, Chandrasekhar. This is such an inspiration here to see how you are able to use your terrace and balcony and small areas and big areas, and you're able to feed not only your immediate family, but you have have shown path to many people around the world in US, Europe, and other places.
So also you grow like this kind of like marigold. There's kind of insect repellent, and
Great.
you also go this what you call aloe vera. So those things, so much things you can grow in this. So not only the vegetable, but you can grow a number of the herbs and rosemary, oregano, like that. So yeah,
that's great. So I at this point, I just want to say thank you so much, Chandrasekhar, to joining us this morning from Cairo, Egypt. This is very early for you. So thanks again for joining us on Sunday. Really appreciate it. Do share the link with me. I'll be happy to, talk about it on our Twitter group on Harvesting Farmer Network Twitter handle. Thanks a lot, and keep all of us.
You are most welcome. If you have any specific the questions, let me know. And any interested people, they can join what you call a bird stick garden. It's not about just growing the food, but it's the sustainable lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, from that the bringing back the forgotten food systems and traditional recipes, how we can eat and help each other and build what you call a sustainable cities and sustainable farming systems, and towards the helping the smallholder farmers and connecting the producer to consumers.
Great. Thank you so much. We are going offline. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care.